Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another day. I thank the Lord I made it to another day, man. A lot of trials and situations, crazy situations, a lot of false teachers out here. Once again, bringing you the Bible today, Sunday, the 21st, man, of August, and bringing you the Bible again. Breakdowns, books, stuff for you to know and stuff for you to understand about the Christ. What was done, past, present, and what's coming in the future. We in the last days and times right now. Okay, the Bible is breaking down into time. The Lord is the master of time. That's why the Lord is called the Ancient of Days. When you go to the book of Daniel 7, verse 9, you must study your scriptures. Okay, you can't hope on the scriptures. You must study the scriptures. That's why in Timothy's, he said, study to show thyself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth. Rightly dividing the word of truth. There's many people out there that are not rightly dividing the word of truth. For whatever reason, whether they listen to false preachers, false teachers, snatching stuff off of YouTube. They have a desire for the word, but you got to be taught right, man. The little bit of martial arts that I was taught, called Wolves, Way of the Everlasting Skill, it was taught to me by top instructors, and it was taught right. Taught me how to box, how to kick properly. I learned from a Wushu guy that taught me Shaolin Kung Fu. I learned Wing Chun from a brother, a Haitian brother, taught me Wing Chun, but he knew what he was doing. He taught me correctly. So if you're studying the Bible and you're learning, you got to know how to be taught correctly, and you got to be willing to be taught correctly. That's why Christ said this, man, in Matthew 24, verse 16 or 17. He said there are many false teachers and many false Christs and many false preachers out here, and they're propping up faster and faster. This is how we know that we're in the last days and times. So today's class, I have someone that's gonna, she wants to know about the Bible, so she'll ask me a question. Whatever she comes up with, try biblically to break it down. You understand? Everything goes back into the Bible, and you must know history. If you don't know history in the Bible, then you don't know the Bible. Your foundation is unsure. Okay, your foundation is unsure. The Bible is not a religious book, or religions, but yet it deals on the religions that man has set up. The Lord has never given man religion. Okay, you could go to Psalms 147, 19 and 20, and many other verses. Matthew the 15th chapter, Christ tell you, you follow the traditions of man. So any religion that you follow is man's religions. If it's not in the Bible, which there is none, then those are things that make you antichrist. See, here come terms now. Antichrist is anything that is against the word of the Most High and is against his son. Okay, if you're disobedient to the son's word, then you're disobedient to the Father. So you can't say you believe in the Old Testament and you don't believe in the Son. Then you are antichrist. Then you're not down with the Lord. So these are plain and simple things. So, I don't want to take up more of her time. So I'm going to let her pop whatever questions, because she's always reading the Bible, and she's always had questions about this and questions about that. So it's my job to answer you. Let me prove that right quick. I'm going to go into the book of Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter. Show you that's my job. Right, Jeremiah 2nd chapter. And listen to what it says. Everything that I do is about the word. Jeremiah 2nd chapter. Actually, Jeremiah the 3rd chapter, excuse me. Jeremiah 3rd chapter and the 15th verse. It says, for I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. See that? Not no madness, not no religion, knowledge and understanding. Hopefully you'll be able to understand. Hopefully he'll be able to open your eyes, your spiritual eye, to your soul. Your soul is not in your heart. People always go, oh, my heart, my God knows my heart. Well, this is a muscle, okay, that pumps blood I don't know what he knows about that. You know what I'm saying? He know where the wickedness is at. You know, he knows where that wickedness is at. So that's what it is on that. And I'm going to take her question right now. Hopefully she can stump me. Please, let's see what she come up with. Come on.
Well, Brother Lester, I want to ask you about slavery, right? I really want to
About
ask
what?
you about slavery.
You want to ask me about slavery?
I want to ask you about the pharaohs. How come we in the Bible where Moses went once and asked the pharaohs to let God people go? I also want to know how the slaves end up in America. And I also want to, it's kind of funny how right now we are also enslaving ourselves. I'm watching the young people and the things that they're buying and getting and craving after. It's like it's a slavery and all to me. So I
Right.
want to ask you what is your thoughts on this biblically?
Well, she asked a three-point question, which are very deep and complex, but try to keep it simple. Moses was of one nationality, even though he was in the house of Pharaoh. Moses was of the tribe of Levi. He was an Israelite. Pharaoh is a Hamite. Okay, the pharaohs and them come down from Ham, and Moses and them come down from Shem. So once again, you got to go back to the past of the Bible. Okay, so if you go back to Genesis now, to give you a biblical answer to that, you got to go back to Genesis, the 10th chapter, right? These are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were the sons born after the flood. Now, if you jump down to the sons of Ham, which is the 6th verse, Genesis 10, verse 6, the sons of Ham was Cush. Cush name became Ethiops. He was the father of what today is called the Ethiopians, that people think are the Israelites, which are not. Okay, from there you jump to Mizraim. Mizraim is the father of what today would be called the Egyptians. The word Egypt means bondage. Okay, the word Egypt means bondage, and it was given to us by the Greeks. When the Greeks under Alexander the Great came out, they're the ones that created this word Ethiops for the Cushites, and Mizraim, which is Egypt, which means bondage. They're the ones that created those terms that we exist under. Now, it says the sons of Ham. So all these people, Cush, Phut, and Canaan. Phut is Libya today. The land of Libya today is where the Phutites or dark-skinned people would be, right? So these are all what's called Hamitic people. We now, Moses, coming under Shem, would be Shemitic. Okay, Father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So number one, we're not of the same house. Okay, so let's pick up that story right quick. Let's jump to Exodus, give you Exodus where Moses came into existence. So that's why you must study the Bible, so that you don't get crossed up. There's a lot of people out there just picking things out of the ear, whatever churches that they go to and so forth like that. So let's go Exodus. Now, let me make another point. Everybody in the Bible were black people or people of color. Every nation were people of color, dark-skinned people, brown-skinned people, all over the world. These were people of color. Until Esau, the so-called white man, came into existence, who you call the European white man, European, Caucasian. Until these names came into existence, this man who lacked melanin, until he came into existence, Genesis 25, 20, 21, and only when his empires under the Greeks now began to take over, which is 333 BC, only then did they come into existence. The people that you call Americans, French, Dutch, Italian, Portuguese, German, Australian, these are all Edomites according to the Bible. It's just that they've taken on different names. Now be clear about this, right? I want everybody to be clear checking out this video. There is no hatred in what I'm saying. I do not hate no one because I do not have the power to create anyone. All I'm giving you is the truth as to what happened in the past, what is going on in the present, and what the Lord say in the Bible that is going to go down in the future. You may not agree with it, you may not like it, but regardless, when you open up your King James 16:11, and I don't deal with any other outside books. Okay, there's a lot of cats bringing in all kind of outside books. Look, this book is big enough. Okay, this book is big enough. Okay, so let me go to Genesis and let's find out about Moses, who Moses was. Let's go to the book of Exodus, right? Exodus, the first chapter and the first verse. This is how you study the Bible. Now, these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Now, why is the word Egypt? So let's understand why the word Egypt. What does the word Egypt mean? So before anybody tell you, oh, if you want to know what the word Egypt means, go to Exodus 20, verse 1. And the Lord spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. See that? It's crystal clear. The word Egypt, in the ancient days, our names had meanings. Names had meanings. Okay? So the Lord said he brought us out of the house of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Okay? So we walked out of Egypt into what was called the land of Sinai. Okay? We walked across the Red Sea, whether you believe or not. Moses created a miracle by the power of God. Okay? Now, there it is. The word Egypt means the house of bondage. Who's Moses now? Now let's go back to Exodus 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Egypt, which came into Israel, Egypt. Children of Israel, which came into Egypt, every man in his household came with Jacob. Watch this. Reuben, Simeon, and Levi. Moses is the grandson of that man Levi. See, these are Israelites. Ham, the Egyptians, are not Israelites. There's people all over now trying to link everybody with the nation of Israel. If you're not an Israelite, you're not an Israelite. That's it. Chinese people are not Israelites. That's it. Japanese people are not Israelites. That's it. There are many black or dark nations on the planet. Many. And if they're not Israelites, you're not. That's the way the story goes. Okay? Now, let's hold on that guy Levi. Let's jump over to Exodus, the second chapter. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took a wife of the daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And she could no longer hide him. She took him for an ark of bulrushes and daubed it with slime and with pitch and put the child therein. And she laid it up in the flags by the river brink. And his sisters stood afar to watch what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh. So now if you go back to the movie, The 10 Commandments, that is a good visual breakdown. If your Bible has no pictures in it, not of Caucasians, but like this, that's a good visual breakdown of exactly. Cecil B. DeMille took exactly this story and just put white people in it. Perfect story. And she opened it up and saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. See that? So she knew that the child was of another nation. The word Hebrew is just the language that we speak, just like I speak English. Okay, people try to say I'm African American, but yet the language that I speak is from England. Okay, so this is not my natural language. So they use the word Hebrew as his nationality. So he was not a Hebrew, but people do that, like how they say, I'm Latino. You dark skinned, but you Latino because why? You speak Latin. So this is how these people get these things all messed up, okay? And Latin comes from Rome. So these people that call themselves black or Puerto Rican or Dominican or whatever, and they say that they Latino, you would have to be coming from Italy. because Latin comes from Italy. So I don't know how you call yourself Latino. Okay, show you how we more confused than ever. Okay, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Then he said his sister, the Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away, nurse it for me, and I will give thee wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. Bang, right there, they already knew that Moses was not an Egyptian. Okay? Now, so she asked another question, right? And let's see what happens to us as we move on. She asked, why did the slavery happen? Let's go back in Exodus. Why did the slavery happen to us in Egypt? So a lot of people, let's go back to Exodus, the 1st chapter and the 8th verse. Now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the children of Israel are more mightier than us, because we are a mighty people. The Lord made us a mighty people. We didn't make ourselves a mighty people. A lot of black people think that they mighty because they black, over here. No, the Lord gave you the spirit. See that? And he said, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when they fall at any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over us taskmasters, see that? Slave drivers, to afflict them with burdens, and we built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. We never built the pyramids. Biblically, go to the Bible. A lot of black people say, well, the Israelites built the Bible. When you go and see the treasure cities, Pithom and Ramesses, those are not the pyramids. Okay? Those are not the pyramids. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel and the Egyptians. So these are black people now, made the children of Israel, other black people, to serve with rigor. You know what rigor is? Now let me show you what rigor is. So now you need visuals as to what serving with rigor is. So I have 3 books here. Bang, book 1, book 2, and book 3. Antebellum South. If you know the hell that is in this book that we have served in North, Central, and South America, the same thing that happened back then in ancient Egypt is exactly what is going on now. So she asked a great question. So Egypt then is Egypt now. Physical Egypt then is spiritual Egypt now. So she asked a great question. Well, then why? Why? The answer is very simple. God became our enemy. Our Father, who we say we love, people always quoting every day. I always hear people quoting this, oh, God, I love God. I love God. I love God. Well, God said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Then he said, if you don't keep my commandments, this is the hell that is coming at you. And he broke down the hell in stages. So hell just represents a prison or a very hurtful or harmful situation or painful situation that you're going to be in. And it's hell. So if you're in the hospital with cancer, stage 4 cancer, and the doctor says, well, you know, you got 4 months to live, and your body's in pain, and they doing chemotherapy, and they doing this, and you make it past the 4 months, but the pain hasn't subsided, and your body's breaking down and it's shriveling your bones, and you need tubes inside your mouth to eat or to drink, you are in hell. You are in hell. You need somebody to wash you and bathe you, and you smelling, you are in hell. So because we turned our back, so the answer is real simple. Because we turned out, and there are many scriptures that validate this, because we turned our back on the Lord, we told the Lord, our Father, that we say that we love and believe, we told him to go to hell. And not only did we go to hell, tell him to go to hell, we went and played the whore. We went and opened our legs with other false gods. We went and opened our legs. Now, excuse me, whoever ladies that may see this video. You know, when you sleep with a man and a man, you know, enters you. Well, we now, the nation of Israel is a woman. Is a woman. The nation of Israel is a woman. And we were married to the Father. I'm going to break all that down right now. So I'm just giving you the run. We were married to the Father as a woman to a man. And when we were married, the Lord told us he's committed to us. He's made a covenant with us. But he told us, don't break that covenant. Don't break that covenant, because he said the minute you break that covenant and go sleep with somebody else, hell is coming for you. So slavery now, that happened to us, giving you verbal now, this is many scriptures, history, books, everything combined, which would take me another 5 days if I'm really expounding on it properly. So because we broke that covenant, and I'm going to piece this to you right now, because we broke that covenant, so, you know, let's deal on marriage. Because we was married, you know, women always want to get married. They want to get a ring, and then they want to go down City Hall, get a contract and all that. And the minute the man break the contract, they hitting them with alimony and, you know, he committed adultery. Well, the same thing happened with the Lord and us. And just like when you taking a man for all his money, you understand, whether true or not, we're not dealing on that. You caught him cheating or whatever, and now you getting that big money and you getting to chill. Well, that's what happened with us and the Lord. The Lord caught us cheating. And not only did he catch us cheating, he told us, you ain't nothing but a hoe. He said, you ain't nothing but a hoe. And he said, you the worst kind of hoe. And everything I just said to you, I'm going to read it out of the Bible. So you can get tight all you want. You open me, I open my legs, and the Lord said, yo, I'm the worst type of hoe. And believe me, when I read these verses, these things hurt, because I see myself. And not only do I see myself, I see all the women that I've hurt in my life. Because the Lord is just bringing, yeah, see what you did to me? Look, 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 look. Now I'm bringing this right back in your face. See, when you read the Bible, you got to see yourself. Then who you seen? You seen another nation? You seen another nation, or you seen people that are not you, that have stolen your identity, and now you don't identify with anything in the Bible at all. You probably couldn't show me Africans anywhere in the Bible, period. If you say you're African. You know, where in Africa you come from that you can show me that that's you. So let's come back. Let's come back. So she asked a great question. The word Egypt means bondage. Bang. Moses was an Israelite. Bang. He went into the house of Pharaoh as a little child. Bang. He came up in Pharaoh's court. He became second in command in Pharaoh's court. A black man under another black man. Bang. But then something happened. Let's check it out. Scriptures. I got exactly 25 minutes. Let's see how this runs. Boom. Number one, I said we was married to the Lord. The nation of Israel was married to the Lord. Scriptures say prove all things. Let's go in the book of Jeremiah. Let's go in the book of Jeremiah. Therefore no one can say, if you study the scriptures, no one can say that you are lying if the scripture clearly tells you that. So people be saying, oh, I can't read the Bible because I don't understand it. They make all these crazy things why they don't want to read the Bible. And then, oh, that's your interpretation. Then when you show them something, well, King James wrote the Bible. They move from step to step. They are the box. They are the box because they move from step to step. Well, who wrote the Bible? Man wrote the Bible. Wait, you was reading it in church on Sunday. Your lying ass was reading it in church on Sunday. You didn't have no problem when the pastor was lying to you and he took your money. He ain't never gave you back your money, talking about 10%. 10%? Check this out. I said you was married to the Lord. I said you was a woman. Let's go in the book of Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, 14 verse. What does this say? Turn, O backsliding children. See that what he called us? Backsliders. You know, you're always going backwards. Said the Lord, for I am married unto you. Wait, a man marries a woman. Who's the Lord? The Lord is a man. He's not a woman. He's not bisexual. Somebody tried to tell me that, a brother tried to tell me that months ago, last year, talking about God was bisexual. I said, where you get that from? He said, my pastor. I said, your pastor? He said, yeah, my pastor is a woman. I said, no wonder, because you confused. You confused. How your pastor gonna be a woman? You confused. Show me where in the Bible, the New Testament, God said a woman is supposed to teach the Lord's word. Show me. No wonder you think God is a woman. Where the word God is male, masculine. Now, if you say goddess, then I understand that's the female. See, I don't understand brothers. They talk in English and they think like I'm standing there stupid like them. Now, if you tell me Lord, that's a male masculine term. But wait a minute. How do we know that God is a man? It's very simple. Let's go to Exodus 15, verse 3. See, the Bible speaks for itself. The Bible speaks for itself. Exodus 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. See that? The Lord is his name. It don't say nothing about no woman. And another thing, do you know that in the Bible there's no mention from Genesis to Revelation of women in heaven where the Lord resides? Do you know that there's not one verse from Genesis to Revelation of female angels? Not one verse. Genesis, go read it yourself if you can read the whole book. You won't find one verse of female angels. So why in Roman Catholicism they draw angels as women? If I'm not teaching the truth, why, if they're in the Bible that you say you read, from Genesis to Revelation, there's not one verse anywhere of female angels? But Roman Catholicism and their religions teach about female angels. Okay. So in Jeremiah, the Lord said that he was married to us. Now I'm going to show you another verse that said that we were a woman. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 6th chapter. Jeremiah 6, verse 2. He says, I have likened the daughter of Zion, which is Israel, to a comely and delicate woman. You know what comely and delicate? Comely means beautiful. Beautiful. All our women of the nation of Israel, 12 tribes, is beautiful. That's how the Lord made you. And how you look now that you're causing men problems ain't nothing compared to how you're going to look in the kingdom of heaven. Ain't nothing. You ain't going to have no sicknesses. Your teeth is going to be straight. Your neck is going to be straight. You're going to be starring when you put your jewels on. Look, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. You know what comely and delicate means? You soft and sweet to hold. That's how we was. So he said he married us. But what did we do? What did we do? So see, I'm breaking it down for you step by step. What did we do since he married us? Now, how do you marry a woman? Wait, hold on. I can't jump too fast. How do you marry a woman according to the Bible? Sex. 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 Not a ring. Not some diamond ring for $10,000. And then when y'all break apart, she talking about she keeping the ring. No, I'll chop that damn finger off. You gonna give me back my 10 G's. You gonna give me back my 10 G's. Chop that finger off. You crazy? I put 10 G's on your finger or whatever in this mad system, and now you talking about, yo, well, goodbye to hell. You better take that off. That's never in the Bible. Do you know where rings came from? If I'm wrong, go look it up and tell me I'm wrong. Do you know a white man, a white Roman Caesar is the one that initiated the concept of putting rings on the finger as a sign of consummation? Wait, is that biblical? Is that biblical about marriage? Let's see. Let's go back to Genesis. See, study the Bible, show yourself approved. What is consummation of a man and a wife? Genesis, the 4th chapter. And Adam, a black man, knew Eve, his wife. What does it mean, knew? Sex. And she conceived. Bang! See that? He knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived. Now, women were supposed to be pure, virgins. So when you entered now, the hymen, you knew it was yours because the blood was there. So blood is the process of the consummation. So when you entered and there was no blood, that's why the Lord had laws on that. If she didn't have no blood, then how did she lose her hymen? Then was she sleeping around? That's how he said we are whores, man. We was sleeping around, bro, with many gods. And we still sleeping around with many gods. See, this is going to get deep. This class is going to get cut off in a little while, because I'm running 10,000 scriptures inside my head. So I have to go back to you step by step. So now I'm going to show you blood. How did the Lord marry us? Blood. How did the covenant come down? Blood. And we broke the covenant. Let's go back to the book of Exodus once again. Exodus 24. Let's look at us getting married to the Lord. Exodus 24, verse 4. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and built upon an altar and upon the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. See, no religion. He didn't put up no religion. The religions is you. You go to a Roman Catholic church, a Seventh-day Adventist, a Methodist. My young lady gonna beat me up. A Philosopher church, some kind of crazy church. Cats got all kind of Seventh-day Adventist, Methodist, Moravian, Lutheran, Calvinist, Anabaptist, Mount Pisgah, all these type of churches you go into. Wait a minute. He said, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. They reading the book. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood. Wait, what? Blood. And put it in the basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. So it must have been blood all over him because they killed a lot of cows. So his face is in blood, his clothes is in blood. He bloody. He like a vampire. Blood. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people. So Israel is all around. And they said all the words of the Lord. Listen to this covenant now. That ye said we will do and be obedient. Be what? Obedient. Now, if you look at us as a people, we're not obedient. We're not obedient. Every day we worship a white God. You go to your Roman Catholic church, you got statues. Some of us is into the Nation of Islam. You got a Quran on one side, a Bible on one side, a rock in the middle. Are you obedient to God? Some of you are obedient to men. Some of you are Democrats, Republicans. Some of you are gang members. Who are you obedient to? You ain't obedient to God. Some of you don't believe in Christ. You don't believe Christ is a black man. Some of you believe in Moses. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord have made with you, a pact. See that? He got married to you. He got married to you, man and woman. I just broke that down to you. So she asked a great question, but I can't just jump into it. I probably have to do another part. Okay? Which the Lord have made with you concerning all these words. Right? So there was the pact. There was the pact. Okay? So what happened with the pact? Now he makes a covenant with us. Let's see what happens. Let's go in the book of Judges now. Let's go in the book of Judges now. Watch. No, let's go in the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel. What we do? We disobedient as hell, man. Look at your people, black people, whatever you want to call them, Puerto Ricans, Haitians, Dominicans, Trinidadians, North American blacks, West Indians, the whole crew. What did the Lord say? 1 Samuel 8, chapter 7 verse. And the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all they say unto thee. For they have not rejected you, Samuel, but they have rejected me. What did you do? You rejected God. Wait, the hell that's coming on you is because you broke the contract. The Father has not broken the contract to this very day. Let me be clear. The reason why you people that call yourselves Israelites and the nation of Israel shall be saved is because the contract has not been broken by the Father. Bang. You want to know why you're going to be saved from this mess that's coming at you? From this nuclear war? You want to know? Because the Father has not broken his contract. God is a man of his word. You ain't. I'm not. But he is a man of his word. And that's what you better thank the Lord for. Because that's why you're going back to the rulership of the world. He's going to put you back of the rulership over all these nations and bring you back to the godhood which you are, because his contract has not broken. Let's check it out. They have not rejected, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. See that? So that's the first part. You broke the covenant because you didn't want the Lord to reign over you. You wanted a democracy. Look at the mess that we're in now in this democracy. Do you know where democracy comes from? Democracy, the word that comes from the Greeks. The Greeks are who? Edomites, which is rulership by the people. Man can't rule himself. Look at the mess that we have made, man. Look at this world. Look how we are destroying this world. And now the white man is trying to find, science to jump off the planet, to go where? To wreck the universe? To wreck the universe? He gave you a perfect planet. And now do you know what's going on in Ukraine? Like a lot of you go, oh man, I don't want to see what's going on in the world. Oh Lord. Do you know what's happening in Ukraine? Russia has taken over the biggest nuclear reactor in Europe. Do you know if that thing blows up, what's going to happen? That's man. That's you. This is the hell and the madness. You talk about hell. That thing blow up. It's a nuclear meltdown. We are in trouble in this world. Just the radiation alone moving out throughout the world on winds. You better thank the Lord. The Lord is in the mix, man. Let's further move on. I want to show you before I close out that we are whores. Where he said, so you don't be mad at me. Oh man, how you gonna call me a hoe? You a hoe. A hoe, ho. You a hoe. Let's go in the book of Ezekiel. So you won't say, Oh, where that brother get? How you gonna be calling me a hoe? All right. Read the book of Ezekiel, the 16th chapter. Let's see what the Lord speak about. Let me break it down for you right quick. I'm gonna break it down for you right quick because this is deep. Ezekiel 16, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations. Jerusalem represents Israel. Okay? Sometimes he speaks about us like the city because Jerusalem is the golden city of God. And say, Thus saith the Lord power unto Jerusalem, thy birth, our birth, and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother a Hittite. As for thy nativity, in the day that thou was born, thy navel was not cut, neither was thou washed in waters to supple thee, nor was thou salted, nor swaddled at all. No eye pitied thee. Nobody pities us. Who the hell pities black people right now? Yet y'all love that cracker Trump, man. Y'all love that cracker Trump. Blacks are Trump. Puerto Ricans are Trump. Yet he don't give a damn about you. He don't give a damn about you. These people don't give a damn about you. Wait a minute. No eye pitied thee to do any of these things unto thee, to have compassion unto thee. But thou was cast out in the open field to the loathing of thy person in the day you was born. The nation of Israel, when we was born, we was cast out. But when I passed by, when the Lord passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thine own blood, filthy and dirty and unclean, he said, I said unto thee when thou was in thy blood, live. See how you alive now? Everything you do, you set the stage and the precedent. Your bummy self, wear your drawers all off your behind, everybody copy you now, showing their dirty behind, like that's a style. A style from what? From you going to jail and being a homo? You ain't got no drawstrings? Great style, and yet the world copies you. Okay? He said, live. I said unto thee when thou was in thy blood, live, and I caused thee to multiply. You see why? See the Bible talking to you now. Who caused us to multiply? Even though they give us all kind of drugs, even though we brought drugs into our neighborhoods and killed ourselves, he said, multiply, live. We destroyed ourselves. A lot of people try to blame them. No, if you're the one that's bringing in the crack and the dust and selling it, whose fault is it? It's your fault. If you're the one that want to lay with a man, you can't blame somebody else. You want to do that. You want to lay with another man. I'm not blaming them. That's something you want to do. He said, I caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and that thou hast increased and waxed and great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments. Thy breast was fashioned and thy hair is grown, and now thou was naked and bare. Now when I passed by, and behold, I looked upon thee, behold, this was the time of love, man. Your father loved you, and you know what you did? You spit in his face, and you still spitting in his face to this very day. How? With all your lies and all the different things that you're putting inside your head, all your thoughts that you're trying to say, well, God, you know, God loves me. He gonna give me a pass. God ain't giving nobody no pass when he rolled back, man. You better really reread this book. I'm not getting a pass. Ain't nobody getting a pass. You're not going into the kingdom of heaven with the madness inside your head. Wait. He said, it was a time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee and covered thy niggas. You know what it means when a man covers a woman with his skirt? He marries them because you're under his protection now. We didn't need no ring. We didn't need no contract. We need to go down to no stupid city hall. We don't need none of that garbage, man. You ain't understanding the Bible. That's your own brain. Your own European brain mindset that you're still in. You ain't under the Bible. Okay? I spread my skirt over thee and covered thy nakedness. Yea, I swear unto thee and entered into a covenant with thee. See that? Here come that marriage. Here come that marriage. Saith the Lord power, and thou became mine. That's how we became the Lord's. Check it out. And wait, I'm coming to the whole part. I'm coming. Then I washed thee with water. Yea, the water is not talking about the Red Sea. It's talking about the word. That's the water. Go to Ephesians 5, verse 26. So before you go, well, how you know it's the word? Ephesians 5, verse 26. Then I washed thee with water. Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee. So the blood is talking about all the crap that you was into. When he brought you into the land of Israel, now he gave you the word from Moses. Okay, this is what makes you great. This is what makes you like them. This is, don't do this. Don't do that. Do this. This is what I give you, the word. Okay, and that's where we turn from. We're like, nah, we don't like that. I don't like that. I want to be a Democrat. The most hateful people that hate you, Biden and all of them, is who you're voting for now. Wait, he says, I clothed thee with broidered work and shod thee with badger skin. I girded thee with fine linen. I covered thee with silk. See that? As greatness as we were, sons of God, we were supposed to look like sons of God. Look at these bummy ass clothes I'm wearing, man. Look at this bummy garbage. Where's their linen on me? Where's their linen on me? Where's their broidered fur? Where's their badger skin? Wait, hold on. Let's get into the scriptures, man. I decked thee with ornaments. I put bracelets upon thy hand and a chain on thy neck. And I put a jewel on your forehead. You see that? Man, this is why you see brothers wear a lot of gold and diamonds and stuff where they're out there flossing and stuff, because it's in their spirit. It's in their spirit. Going back to what? To the scriptures. But they got it wrong. But regardless, we know where it's coming from. See, the Lord said, I put a jewel on your forehead and earrings in thy ear and a beautiful crown upon thy head. Why? Because you were supposed to be the kings. That's why I call you kings. You were supposed to be the kings. And thou was decked with gold and silver. And your raiment was fine linen and silk embroidered work. And thou didst eat fine flour. What is fine flour? Food. We had the best food. We didn't have to pay for it. We had slaves and servants. People talk about, I don't want a slave. I don't want a servant. Yes, I do. You work for me. I work for you. You work for me, man. You better get up in these scriptures. This is the prophet Ezekiel breaking down what the Lord did for us when we came out and how we turned. And that was exceedingly beautiful and did prosper into a kingdom. We was exceedingly beautiful, man. We didn't have no ugly people in our kingdom. We didn't have no ugly people in our kingdom. But wait, let me give you two more, right? And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty, for it was perfect through my comeliness. See, we think that we get up every day because we get up. Wait, God said what? Your perfection was perfect through his comeliness. That's how you was beautiful. See, that's the thought of the devil. That's the thought of the devil, which I put upon thee, saith the Lord power. But wait a minute, hold on. Let me come to the whoredom. Let me come to the whoredom. Same chapter in Ezekiel, right? Ezekiel, the 30th verse of the same chapter. How weak is thine heart, saith the Lord power, seeing thou doest all these things, the work of an imperious, whorish woman. Wait, the nation of Israel is a woman, and now you are a whorish woman. What type of a whorish woman? He gonna break us down. We broke the covenant. In that thou buildest thine eminent places in the head of every place, and makest thine high place in every street, and has not been as an harlot in that thou scornest hire, but as a wife that committed adultery, which taketh strangers instead of a husband. They give gifts to all whores. So when, back in the days and stuff like that, when we used to see hookers on the street, you wanted a BJ, you give them gift, meaning the money. You understand what I'm saying? So, but thou givest gifts to all thy, we pay them. He's saying we pay them to make love to us, and hirest them that they may come unto thee on every side of thy whoredom. So not only did we open our legs to these false people, we paid them, and you still paying now. They coming into your, what does he mean? They coming into your neighborhoods, you're going to buy the fake ass here to look like them. You're looking at all these stupid TV shows of your own daughters and sisters looking nothing like your people. with fake boobs and all this different madness, fake European here. That's what he means, man. You're going in their stores. You're going in their stores. You paying them. You a whore. That they may come unto thee. And the contrary is in thee from other women in thy whoredoms, whereas none followeth thee to commit whoredoms, in that thou givest a reward, and no reward is given unto thee. You give them money, and you have sex with them, and you be like, man, thanks, yeah, you'll have sex with me, right? And none is given to you. That's why your communities is poor. They kicking you out of your own communities. Let's take Bed-Stuy, where I used to live years ago, back in the 70s. It was all black and brown. Now Bed-Stuy is 60 to 70% Caucasian. What are you talking about? The Bible is not true. No, the person that's not true is you. Is you. Okay? Wherefore, O harlot, hear the word of, what would the Lord call us? A harlot. A harlot is a what? Whore. Oh, don't call me that. Don't call me that. Well, a lot of people say, well, why you talk like that about us? God called me that, and I see myself. Now, let me close on this. Like I said, this could go on and on. Ezekiel 16 is crazy. Let me close on this so you know who your enemy is. I said, she asked a great, I didn't even get into the hell as to what the Lord brought. But let's look at who became your enemy. By you turning your back on the Father, this is what happened to you. So we go in the book of Lamentations, the 2nd chapter and the 5th verse. You want to know who's your enemy? There are 4 enemies in the Bible. These are all high topics. Enemy 1, yourself. The beginning, middle, and ending of your problems is you, because you did not listen. Enemy 2 is Satan. That's the spiritual demon that some of y'all, well, I don't give him no power over me. you don't have to give him no power. That you just gave him power right there. By you saying he don't exist, he just got power over you. And third enemy is the Lord. And I'm going to read about him. And the last enemy is the nations. The nations can't stand you because God chose you above them. That's the game. That's scriptural fact. Let's look at the third enemy. Lamentations, crystal clear, and who he's coming against. Lamentations 2, verse 5. The Lord was an enemy. See that? He has swallowed up Israel. So before you get mad at me, oh, here you go again, he talking about us again, and da da da. No. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None shall want her mate. There is no mate. You understand? So I didn't get to answer all the questions. I didn't get into the second part, which is, once again, so when the Lord became your enemy, this is what began to happen to you. All this, again, I'll do another video. I'll keep breaking this stuff down. These 3 books is crystal clear. They're tight as far as the punishments that came against us when the Lord became our enemy. Crystal clear books, tight. This is the history that you read about, that you always talk about when you saw the movie Roots, back in the 70s and all that. That's fact. That's the Lord working against you. Okay, so with that, I thank the young lady for her question. If you like the video, we'll put a like up there. If you got any questions, biblically, however, leave a comment or whatever. With that, I say peace. Thank you.